Okay, baby, how you doing? Trying to make the screen where it's not so dark. Doing well. I'm gonna have to push this on my phone because I can't see nothing. Yes. How you doing, Miss Lee? I just wanted to go in here and show you guys um some um some how the defense actually breaking down, cross-examining and stuff like that. Y'all having a great morning? Thank you. Okay, baby. Good morning. I'm trying to do this before I go to work. I'm doing fine. Just trying to get ready for my nephew, the homegoing celebration. I guess you'd say celebration. I don't want to call it a celebration. How you doing, Miss Jones? How you doing, Lee? Good morning. I just wanted to. I'm trying to adjust it. I actually want to show you guys like the cross-examining that they got going on for in tag team work. The female attorney is actually she's talking to him, and you know how they speaking to him, soft voice, but trying to get those questions out there and trying to do it in a professional way. So we got 8 people in there. That's okay. They can come back and look at it because I have to be at work. Because I've been trying to keep up with that too and pay attention to the lawyers on how they doing. How you doing, Kay?
Examination. Mimi Haley on the stand, cross-examined by David Tronis. Here we go.
Good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
Can you, members of the jury, how on July 10th, 2006, you went to Harvey Weinstein's Soho apartment?
How I got there?
You described you did, in fact, go there.
Yes.
At that apartment, you described for the members of the jury that you were sexually assaulted.
Yes.
Now, Ms. Hask asked you some questions about your subsequent contact with Mr. Weinstein. Do you remember those questions?
Somewhat, yes.
You ran into him at times.
Yes.
You ran into him at the Cannes Film Festival in 2008.
I believe so, yes.
You actually called him while he was in France, did you not, at the Cannes Film Festival?
Yes, we called each other. I'm not sure who called first.
Okay. If I may approach, Your Honor. Give it to the officer. I want to clarify. There is a highlighted phone number that is your phone number, isn't it?
It is, yes.
It is an incoming call to Mr. Weinstein?
Yes.
You saw Mr. Weinstein at the Cannes Film Festival?
Yes.
Do you remember where it was you saw him?
I don't.
But you did actually make eye contact with him when you were at Cannes?
Yes, I believe so, yes.
Well, you actually bumped into him, didn't you?
I'm not actually sure.
Do you remember seeing him at the Cannes Film Festival in 2008 when you were there?
I do not remember the exact meeting, no.
I'm going to show you what I'll mark as defense exhibit number, you have E available?
Let's go beyond. E is not available, so M.
Show this to Miss Halle. Do you recognize this as your email address, ma'am?
Yes.
This is an email you sent to Harvey Weinstein?
Yes.
That is a true and accurate depiction of the actual email you sent, correct?
Yes.
Date is June 27th of 2008, right?
Yes.
I asked this to be published.
No objection.
Defense M is received into evidence. Zoom in on that. Is this the last time you saw Harvey Weinstein in person before today?
I believe so.
If you look at this email, it says, "Hi, Harvey. How are you? Great to see you in Cannes," correct?
Uh-huh.
Am I right?
Yes.
You did see him, right?
Yes.
When you saw him, you approached him, talked to him.
I would presume so from this email, but I do not remember the exact meeting.
That was 2 years after approximately the incident of the Soho apartment, correct?
Yes.
And we have already gone through some phone records. You at least called him once while he was in Cannes in 2008.
Yes.
The email you sent to him, "Hi, Harvey, how are you? Great to see you."
Yes.
Those were your words you chose to put onto paper.
Yes.
You said, "I noticed an article in today's New York Post about the Addams Family being turned into a play, a musical."
Yes.
Because after you saw Harvey, you read the New York Post, and there was an article in there about that very same thing, correct? That would make sense.
That would make sense based on this email.
Then you say to Mr. Weinstein, "Just to remind you what a genius I am, didn't I tell you that it was a great idea like 3 years ago at the Mercer Bar?" You said that.
Yes.
Then you signed it. How did you sign that to Mr. Weinstein?
Lots of love.
Miriam, lots of love.
Lots of love, Miriam.
Now, the meeting you were referring to, the Mercer Bar, you testified about that in front of this jury earlier today, correct?
Yes.
That was the same summer you met Mr. Weinstein, wasn't it?
Yes.
The same summer you worked at Project Runway?
Yes.
That was the same summer where you told this jury you were sexually assaulted by Mr. Weinstein, correct?
Yes.
And when you read that article, you started to reminisce about that meeting at the Mercer, didn't you?
Yes, but
This is what you sent him, that email.
yes.
You signed it, "Lots of love."
Yes.
You talked to him also when you were in Cannes, did you not?
Yes.
When you saw him in Cannes, when you identified him in court, you said, "I know him," right?
Yes.
When you saw him in Cannes, you did not walk away and go in the other direction, did you?
No.
You still had his phone number.
Yes.
You still used it, still talked to him.
Yes.
And Mr.
Yes, not often, but yes, occasionally.
This is the same Harvey Weinstein who asked you to come to his apartment in Soho, correct?
Yes.
And Mr. Weinstein responded to this email, did he not?
Yes.
Mr. Weinstein's response was, "Miriam, you are a genius. It is good to hear from you. All my best, Harvey."
Yes.
The same Harvey Weinstein whose apartment you were in on July 10th, 2006.
Yes.
Same Harvey Weinstein you reached out to after you saw him at Cannes.
Yes.
Now, all of those words in that email, you didn't know that anybody would ever see those other than you and Mr. Weinstein, did you?
Objection.
Overruled.
That is actually not true.
Well, you sent it to him directly, didn't you?
I presumed his assistant gets his emails.
Okay, you testified that before knowing Mr. Weinstein, you knew an individual named Michael White, correct?
Yes.
And Michael White was a very well-known producer in his own right, wasn't he?
Yes.
He was a man who not only was a producer, he was a pretty popular individual in the industry, wasn't he?
Correct.
He threw some great parties.
Yes.
He knew a lot of famous people.
Yes.
He knew a lot of other producers.
Yes.
Through your time with Mr. White working as his personal assistant, you got to know and meet some of these other producers and famous people. Isn't that fair to say?
Yes.
In the summer of 2006, you were 29 years old, right?
Yes.
You had been living either on your own or with Michael White, on your own working for Michael White for a period of time, right?
I had worked for him for a period of time, yes. I was not living with him.
I didn't mean it like that. I just meant you were working with him.
Yes.
Now,
Up until 2005.
Sure. Through your friendship with Michael, you were friends with him.
Yes.
You met Harvey Weinstein.
Yes.
It is your testimony. The first time you met Harvey Weinstein is in 2004 at the premiere for the movie The Aviator.
The UK premiere, yes.
A movie directed by Martin Scorsese with Leonardo DiCaprio in it. A big movie.
Yes.
This was an industry party, but it was social, wasn't it?
It was a movie premiere. After party for a movie premiere. It's an industry party.
Mr. White and Mr. Weinstein started talking because they knew each other.
Correct.
You were with Mr. White.
Correct.
Mr. Weinstein, according to you, made a joke about what he was going to name his company.
Correct.
His company is Miramax, or was Miramax.
No, I believe it was Weinstein Company already at that point.
You understand his company at one point was Miramax, right?
He actually explained that to me. I knew his company was Miramax. I did not know what the reference was to until he explained it to me.
It was a friendly conversation.
Yes.
In between the meeting at the Aviator premiere and when you met Mr. Weinstein in 2006, Michael White got ill, didn't he?
Yes, very.
His company, unfortunately, went under.
Correct.
You were working with Mr. White, and when he got ill, that affected your ability to earn a living because he was your employer.
Yes.
Okay, that was that one.
Examination.
Let's get to the other one. They ain't playing with them. They not playing with them.
Well, Jessica Mann is still on cross-examination inside the courtroom, being grilled by defense attorney Donna Rotuno. I have to say, when Jessica Mann enters the courtroom today, quite differently than she did on Friday. She looks different with kind of a sweatshirt-like sweater on. She has her hair loosely pulled back into a ponytail, no makeup. Even on the stand, Julie, I noticed she struggled a bit this morning to answer questions, seemed more confused on pinpointing a timeline or certain dates, even having herself to ask for the mid-morning break so she could go grab a cup of coffee to maybe answer the questions a little more efficiently. But there were some common themes on cross-examination when I was in there this morning. Donna Rotuno really implicating that, look, you manipulated Harvey Weinstein. You made him think that you wanted to be in a relationship with him. You wanted the benefits of being in a relationship with him. You want this jury to believe your testimony now, but you spent years lying to Harvey Weinstein. Isn't that right? Those were the main points. And the email communications from weeks, months, and years after the alleged rape in 2013 were put on display beginning this morning.
Janley, would it be fair to say that the two of them had a romantic relationship both before and after the alleged rape that is at the heart of the allegations?
And she basically admitted that this morning on the stand. She said, Donna Rotuno said, isn't it true that you wanted him to believe this? And she said, for my safety. Yeah. So yes, from when she met him in late 2012 to early 2013, each encounter she's described, a handful of encounters, were with the alleged hotel. She went down to the lobby. Well, her testimony, you died of her date.
She claims that he
different story on cross in the business and
looks visibly different.
Sometimes will close her eyes as she's helped her to actually perceive and
wife at the time, Georgina.
She was still, and she doesn't answer clearly. So then she says, well, isn't there an email between you and your friend where your friend emails you a link about Georgina Chapman, his wife is expecting. They really talked to just a professional.
What we have to do is take a break right now. When we apologize, we have one right now.